It's a high. It's a straight high. We don't call it a high, we call it a pink cloud because we used to get high.
Stories like this is what makes us come to work every day. It's what makes us feel the passion of why we're doing what we're doing.
When you ask me who's that one person, I always Erica Dawson.
This is why we do a good job for seeing things like this.
For her to prove everybody wrong and stand up and take her own life back, she's an amazing person.
I have two girls, my 7-year-old Alea, and then my 5-year-old Justice. My beautiful little white girls, that's what I call them. They're my white girls. They can't dance for shit. They be kicking and stand over here, baby. Give me some space. They both give me a run for my money. And it's to me, it's perfect. They're all I have. Both of my kids were born positive for methamphetamine. I hate telling my story, but I still have these nightmares sometimes that's like reality, you know, in the back of my mind of what happened to me growing up. Just my upbringing means not to do the things that were done, you know, and to try to do more for my kids than what was done for me. Being in an environment that's not for you, a drug-infested environment at home, that's all I had growing up. That's all I had.
I knew there was something going on that house, but I had a kid, you don't pay attention, you're not, I don't care. But I just know they were always coming and going, they're always in the room.
People would come over, be there all hours of the night, getting high with my mom, whether I had to go to school the next day or not.
We were always playing outside, but she never wanted to deal with her mom or ask her mom anything, because Miss Kathy was Miss Kathy. And she was high, she was cool, and she wasn't high, she was mad.
She always was there for other people's kids, or other people, not me. And that's what kills me the most about everything. It was never happy. It was never good. We probably had our ups and downs, but it's mainly just like chaos.
When we grow up in homes where our parents are drug addicts, it gives them a different normal.
It affects children immensely as far as their development. They don't fully engage with their parents. They're getting their parent either on the high or on the low.
So my neighbor would come over. I was in 7th grade, he was in 8th grade.
And he was like tall, he was a bigger boy.
He'll come over, I'm sitting there watching TV, and he'll get on his knees and he'll be right in front of me. The next you know, he's like feeling on me, telling me to pull my pants down, leave me alone. You know, and it would be forceful sometimes. I'll be like hoping somebody comes over, like, help me. I'm yelling for my mom as I'm fighting him off, and he would just keep doing it, and he's getting mad. I'm getting forced to have sex, and my mom's upstairs. I'm yelling for her, I'm screaming, and the day goes by.
When Eric and I were discussing this, she's like, where were you guys when I was a kid and things were happening to me? We weren't there, and that trauma then got buried and it festered.
I remember when I woke up, my pants didn't fit. And I'm like, Mom, my clothes don't fit. I'm not going to school. You're going to school. I had a little, you know, regular zip-up jacket to put that on.
She would never take off her jacket. It's hot, why do you have that on?
So I was, up to 9 months pregnant, going to school every day. My back was bent, my stomach was big, and I would just go about my business. I basically knew how to just be invisible. That was my only gift. You know, I never had the gift to gab. I couldn't tell you what to do and how to do it and where to get off at, but I could deflect some shit.
Slowly, like, the attitude came in. She was starting to be like Miss Kathy.
The neighbors were like, my mom said you're pregnant. I'm like, no. And they tell nobody what it was, what it is. Everybody assumed that I was just out there having sex. They didn't keep it to themselves. They were sitting up there talking about me to my mom, getting high, while I'm in the next room, like I don't exist.
She didn't want to talk to you. Nobody was gonna listen. Her parent, the young wasn't protecting her. Where's she gonna go? What is she gonna do?
And that's how my life was growing up. I wasn't 18 yet. Wasn't old enough to know that I should have said something.
That trauma builds on the lack of trust, so they stop relying on people and thinking that everything is on them, and they can no longer ask other people for help because in their mind, no one's gonna come anyway.
So one morning, I'm going through it. I'm in the bed, I'm trying to go back to sleep. My stomach is hurting. I just remember I kept going back and forth to the restroom. And then I'm walking, it's hurting. And then I pushed, and he came out. I was standing up, giving birth to a little baby boy, and I screamed, and my mom came in. My mom came over, she said, get away from me. And then she called Tina, oh my God, Erica just had a baby. And the ambulance is already on their way. I was sitting on the toilet, they're talking, and they're like, what is it? It's a boy. She said, we gotta get rid of it. And then Tina said, we can give it to Trina. I'm so mad. I get in the ambulance, you know, I'm like, Mom, I just wanted you, Mom, you know, that's all I wanted. Mom, where are you? As I'm in the bed before I get released, my mom's like telling the nurse, it's an open adoption, she's not keeping him. And I'm just like, yes, I am. And so we go home, I'm at the sleep. My mom wakes me up the next morning, we gotta go, come on. They wouldn't give him to me. And I'm like, what? Like, we're gonna go get my son? I go outside and there's Trina out there waiting. They went to go get my son without me. And because none of them are the moms, they had to come and wake me up. So my mom was gonna do that straight up without me. I didn't even realize that till right now. We got to the hospital and they're about to release him. I'm like, I'll hold him. She's like, no, give him to me. I'm like, no, I'm taking my son, Mom. And she just walked ahead of me and just kept going. So all I see was the back of her head. She leads me all the way out to Trina. And I had to put him in a car. Not the car we came in, the truck. So I put him in the truck. And I'm kissing on him and they're like, say goodbye. Just like, Mom, Mom, and she's still with her back to me. So as we driving off, where's the truck at? You know, are they coming with us or what? No, they go a separate way. I never seen him again after that. And I'm just at home now without a son. To this day, he doesn't even know me. It's not like I didn't want him. That's never the case. You know, I had no choice. I feel like my life was destroyed from beginning to end after having to give him up.
You witnessed the life you lived as a child. Now, either you want to get out of that and break that cycle, or you want to stay in that cycle. But it's not that easy, because unless somebody intervene, you'll never know how to break the cycle.
She was like inside for a minute after she had the baby. She didn't really come out.
Stayed in my room. I didn't come out, I didn't eat, I didn't brush my teeth, didn't shower. That's where I was. Nobody cared. Tried to talk to my mom about what happened. Everything I tried to tell her, she didn't want to hear. The thing about my mom is she was given away at 7 years old. So she knows how it is. Why would you do this to me? I felt like we could have did what we were supposed to do, is raise this little boy, your first grandson.
It went from her whining a lot to get her mom's attention to like aggressive, like she didn't want nothing to do with her. She didn't like her. She just had no respect for her no more.
I just wanted to numb whatever feeling I had and go to sleep.
A lot of people use drugs to cope and to get past whatever they're feeling.
I don't know who actually got her started, but her role model was her mom. Her mom was high all the time.
A friend had an uncle that had it. I want to try it. Let's smoke. You never forget your first hit, and then you continue to chase that first hit.
It takes over. A constant, everyday, this is what I need to survive.
If I had the money to go buy a sack and then smoke, I'd be home tweaking, looking all stupid. So you start smoking dope, you're ready to do everything. Let me clean up this house, I'm gonna go fix that, I'm gonna go fix that, let me take this apart. You're just ready.
She went on the drugs and she got heavy on the drug, depended on the drugs, so she would steal for the drugs. Like that's when the drug got a hold of her.
That was my reality for a very long time. And that was when I got pregnant with Aaliyah. I didn't even think to stop smoking while I'm pregnant. Had the baby, come home so you don't have a CFS case and then get high again. That's what my thought process was. But when I gave birth to Aaliyah, I ended up getting clean. I did 3 months with Aaliyah. I got to bring her home. I was also a first-time mom. I loved it. I pick her up, she's getting the bottle ready, and she's knocked out with her mouth open. I'm laughing because it's so cute. And I had to learn on my own because my mom just had an attitude. She wasn't there to help me. She still was smoking. I'm staying clean. And people are still coming over. I told her I'm raising my daughter. She said that that's not her responsibility. Come on, make it make sense.
I think it brought up the emotional trauma from the first baby. That's why Miss Kathy didn't cope well. She didn't get that excitement from her mom, so she kept using because that's what she copes with.
I went back to smoking dope. I'm on welfare now. I get cash aid. I got some money. I'm able to buy my own drugs. I'm off and running. She was taken care of. She had diapers. We have food in the house. I have a roof over her head. There was nothing wrong. I go to the hospital for a regular routine checkup. They're like, you're 4 months. Damn, 'cause I know I've been smoking. It's time for me to have Justice. I ended up having her like as soon as I got there. Within 5 minutes, I had her. Justice was a beautiful little baby with a big old dimple on her cheek. She was beautiful. She was tiny though.
She had a newborn baby that was born drug positive. When I walked in, Erica automatically knew.
She said, you did this already, so why'd you go back? What is your problem?
At that time, we said, okay, you're gonna do your training, you're gonna do your classes, and she was for that. Please, Miss Wanda, do not take my babies.
And I try to stop, but see, I really didn't care no more. I got to a point where I didn't care. I'm gonna smoke, whether I stayed clean for 5 days. That was the longest time I would have, was 5 days off. But they were on me. I thought I was done with drug tests, and boom, I get drug tested the day I decided to smoke.
She failed a drug test. So at that time, we could not continue because of the fact she was still using.
And then that fateful day, my baby was 26 days old. Aaliyah was 1.5. Wanda came back, and I got him taken away.
It was the cussing out and holding the kids and the babies kicking me, and yeah, no, it wasn't a pleasant sight at all.
I gave up for the night. I cried, and it wasn't even a cry with tears. It just, you know, a heartbreak you can't really feel, but it hurts. Wanda called me. She said, this is a fire you needed to light to get you going. So what does Aaliyah like? Because she's crying for you. So I gave her a list of what she likes. I said, where's her baby? She has that, but she wants you. What can I say? Wanda, you know, in my heart, I want to say, bring her home. Let me have her, let me talk to her. I couldn't do that. But she was calling me to let me know. My daughter, you know, was crying for me.
Sometimes this is what these mothers need, is a wake up. Somebody to say, this is it. Either you do it now, or let's go ahead and get this baby adopted out to a better parent. And that's what I told Erica, and the light came on.
I ended up trying to get high in the restroom, and there's nobody there. Got the pipe in my hand, I'm just over it. I'm like, God, take over now. I'm done. They told me I have less than 6 months to get my girls back. I got set up with 2 hours once a week visits with my girls.
I can tell she was still going through her own transition and trying to change for herself. She was disconnected, but you could tell she was connected with her daughters.
I'm by myself. I had nobody else, and it hurt to do it by myself.
These resource parents were totally encompassing and embracing this concept of being supports that she didn't have in her own environment.
Her and my mom, they started building a relationship.
So Miss Cynthia I met, she was so sweet.
I'm a talker, so she would begin to open up. I would talk to her. She began to trust, I think. Usually I'm one of those people like, that's my mom, not yours. But it was different. I was like, you know what? I think she needed that motherly type.
She was in a dark place. So when I began to talk to her, we talked in regards to that. You must get your life together in order to get your kids.
Because that's what she would tell me every time. Every time I see her, did you pray? because you're gonna get your kids back, He didn't pick up, did you know? But I did.
We decided we'd have a family team meeting so we could discuss all of these concerns.
That day, I was 8 days clean, and I was coming down the whole time.
The Erica that I met the first day that I met her, she had no confidence. She seemed down on herself. She didn't look you in the eyes.
She brought me in the room. She said, all right, this is what it is. We gotta have a game plan.
She needed to know that it was okay. That's what she needed. She needed to know that we all dig holes, but we can all get out of them.
So the thing about family team meetings is people put stuff on the table and we're real. So that's where the trust started happening. And Mom was, for the first point, really honest about how hard this addiction really is.
I thought I could do it on my own, and that wasn't the case.
I think that was Erica's lowest point. And when I seen her across that table, I said, okay, we're gonna go back on that process.
And it ended with us telling her, there's 4 women in here that believe in you. We want the best for you. And I feel like when she left that meeting, she got it.
She knew that she had to do something different. So if you want your kids, this is it. You're either gonna make it at this point or you're not.
And that was to get my kids back, so I ended up going to rehab. I just gave up again and again.
I went to her home and I picked her up, and I actually drove her to treatment. I remember the day that I picked her up, her mom was helping her put things in the car.
That morning, she had some clothes out. She was like, this is what you need to pack, and I'll see you and the girls when you get home. She walked me outside, and she's already crying.
Because she's actually doing what Miss Kathy probably wanted to do her whole life and didn't have the strength to do it, but Erica did.
We held hands going to the car. I didn't want to let her go. She didn't want to let me go, and I gave her a kiss, said, I love you, and now I'm getting in. And that's when she told Maricela to take care of my baby.
The pride of your child being better than you. I think that's what that was about.
I could see her in the rearview, and she stayed there until we drove away.
That's what Erica needed. Just that one little, my mom cared. You know what I mean, moment to change her whole life.
Erica got into an inpatient program, maintained her sobriety, moved from there, not back home where all the using was, but into a sober living environment.
That was what I needed all along, because you sit there and you're actually in recovery. You're learning about your disease, you're giving it a name, and you're telling it you're not gonna take away everything without me stepping in. And I decided I'm not gonna run no more. That's what it gave me, is to be able to stand on my own 2 feet and think for myself.
She always had great updates for me. They're moving me over to the family house, and my visits are going great.
When the girls were allowed to visit her there, her face started lighting up.
It was awesome to see how she did it for herself. Today, I tell her that. You did it all your own. Nobody did this, you did it.
I saw a very big difference when she was clean and sober.
She was a different person. Everything has shifted in her life, from how she carries herself, how she looks.
Yeah, it was like a new Erica. The joy and the happiness was there again. I got my childhood friend back.
So I was able to ask for a return.
I went to court, and my attorney, she came out. She said, the judge said you're doing good. It was on the last paper, and I'm reading it. They said, reunify with them immediately. And I called my mom. Mom, I'm getting my girls back. They said yes. It was amazing.
She's one of the ones that I can say, wow, look at there. So my job did matter.
I wouldn't have been doing none of this if it wasn't for CFS, because if they didn't interrupt my miserable life, I wouldn't be here. They did a blessing for me. Miss Wanda was a blessing for me.
It means so much for workers to know that they can help break generational trauma.
She's strong. She's determined. She knows how to advocate for herself. Super proud of the woman that she's become.
My goal whenever I first started working in this field was for families to be whole.
So my mom, she's been gone for 2 years now. So the way she passed, I just still have questions. Does she love me? She might have said it once, she might have said it again, but is it real? Why wasn't my mom's maternal instinct to protect me? That's how I look at my girls. I don't want them to be taken advantage of, and I have to protect them from that.
With her kids, it's like, Erica's a mom, like Erica's a mom. And kids don't feel like their mom don't listen because their mom listens. Everything she's been asking for, she does for her kids. And I think that's what brings her the happiness.
That's the blessing, is I come home to somebody and that, mommy, that's the blessing right there, is mommy. They know who mom is.
Her drive to work for her girls and to do the things that she does for her girls, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful feeling that she made it.
I would have never seen this ever in my life. I couldn't picture my future being this bright. I'm clean. I started having feelings I never felt before. People are caring for me, and I'm able to smile. So I have to keep going. That's me chasing this pink cloud because it's there. It's just, you can't see it. It's a feeling, you know, and it's a remarkable journey to be on, and it never stops.